It's Chris. It is Tuesday, April the 30th. Happy last day of April. Is that a thing? So I spent the morning, as you can tell by the various books and papers and notes I've got behind me, I spent the morning going through Donald Trump's transcript of an interview he did with Time Magazine earlier this month that they released today. And I like it for a couple reasons. One, I love that they released a transcript. It's great as a reporter to go through it. It's also great as a citizen to see what was asked and what he said. So there's no debate, right? There's just an objective transcript. Love it. I'll put a link to it in the comment section. The second thing I liked about it is they didn't spend a ton of time in the interview, almost no time in the interview, talking about polls and swing states and all that kind of stuff. Instead, the entire focus of the interview was, what will Donald Trump do in 2025 as president if he wins again? Right now, I think that that's a really important conversation to have for a couple reasons. One, because Donald Trump has, at worst, a 50-50 chance of being elected president, and I would argue a little bit better than 50-50 chance right now. So that's number one. And number two, the reason I think this is important is because Donald Trump will tell you exactly what he plans to do. He is not hiding the ball. He is not embarrassed of these policies. He is running on these policies of what he will do come 2025. So, I really like the interview, and that's why I spent so much time with it. So let me talk about sort of what I garnered from it. First of all, when you think of Trump's presidency in the first term, I think you have to think of the first 3 years and then the final year as two sort of separate things. In the first 3 years, I think Trump, in his mind, tried to play nice with the Washington Republican establishment and the Washington establishment more generally. He put some people in jobs that were well regarded in Washington. Reince Priebus, the RNC chairman, he made him his chief of staff. He did a lot of things that he was trying to learn the system. He was trying to play within the system. He was trying to act presidential in his mind. In the final year, and this is clouded a little bit by COVID, but in the final year, I think Trump said, enough with all that. I'm going to put people in place who will do what I say. I want people who are yes men. I want people who are loyal to me, not to the country, to me. I'm the boss, and I want them to do what I say. So I think the vision he lays out for a second term in this Time interview is very similar to that last year in office. He says at one point in the interview, I've gotten smarter, I know who's good and who's bad, and I know how to do things in Washington now. And I think that's true. He sort of knows that he's not going to try to play nice with the establishment. He's just going to do things his way. Now, what does his way look like? All right, let's talk broadly first. So broadly speaking, his way is a turn away from capital D democracy the way that we've always defined it. Now, I don't think he's going to destroy democracy, but it's a turn away from it. And it's a turn toward a more authoritarian type leader. Trump views the government in the same way he views a business. I'm the boss if I'm president, and everyone within it is loyal to me. That is the most important thing. Independence is not a thing. Whether it's the FBI or the FCC or the FTC or any of those agencies, they are loyal to me. I want people in charge who do what I tell them to do. And if I want to reach down into one of those agencies and tell them what to do, they damn well better do it. So it's a turn, clearly. Now, what does that mean specifically? Okay, well, he talked about a few things. So one, he said as soon as he's elected president, he's going to begin mass deportations of undocumented immigrants. He's going to do that by using the local police forces to do so. And if that doesn't work, he's going to do the National Guard. And if that doesn't work, he's going to use the military. Now, that gets you into questionable legal territory, honestly, using the military on civilians. But that's his plan. On the civil service, which is sort of that layer underneath appointed people in the government. These are permanent government workers. He's going to purge them, not his word, but mine. He's going to get rid of a lot of them and make sure the people in those jobs are loyal to him. Again, if you think of this as a business and he's the boss, he wants people who are loyal to him, period. Not to the country, to him. That's particularly true as it relates to the Justice Department. He wants to be able to say, I want you to prosecute this person and have them do it. And he said in the interview, if a U.S. attorney doesn't do that, he will consider getting rid of them. Okay, so again, he's not hiding the ball here. He's telling you exactly what he would do. There's no mystery. So even if in 2016 people might have voted for Donald Trump, he's different. He's an outsider. Let's see if he's going to shake things up. 8 years on, That's not a thing. Not only do you have his presidency, and particularly that last year of his presidency, but you now have repeatedly in this Time interview and in other places, and I don't want to say an exact blueprint, but a rough outline that has a lot of details in it of how he views government, how he views the presidency, and how he is going to use those things to implement policies that he believes are in the best interest of the country. So you can't say you were fooled. You can't say you didn't know it was coming. If you vote for Donald Trump this time, you know what you're getting. And honestly, at least half the country seems just fine with that. All right, that's all I got for today. Always 3 asks. Subscribe to this channel. Like this video. Tell 5 friends about this channel. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to build. I need your help. Thanks for listening. I'll see you tomorrow.